Hey, it's Scott Barrett and welcome back to The Burning Truth, where we break down all the biggest action in the world of wrestling. And today, or this morning, or tonight, wherever you are in the world, whenever you're watching this video, we're breaking down all the chaos from WWE's NXT last night, just before, 10 days, I think, until Vengeance Day. So what happened? Charlotte Flair's back. And did she just change the entire NXT women's title picture? Giulia, Bayley, Roxanne Perez are already at each other's throats, but now it's a whole new game. Plus, Fandango made a shocking return. I can't remember what he called himself, but it's Fandango. And he made a shocking return. Trick Williams and Oba Femi, they just can't stop fighting. And did a Town Down Under steal the show? They might have done. So, yeah, we've got all that going on. And I really want to get into it and start talking about it because this episode of NXT had more going on than you can shake a stick at. Absolutely. And we do. We shake a stick. So if you're watching along on YouTube Live, please hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. It's going to take a long time, but we're going to get there. If you're watching on TikTok, get over to the YouTube. What happened first? Stephanie Vaquer, JC Jane, one-on-one, hard-hitting match. Stephanie Vaquer got the victory, overcoming outside interference from Fallon Henley and the other one, Jasmine Nix. I nearly forgot her name then. Doing the NXT review, can't remember her name. You'll have to apologize that I'm looking here, and here. I've got two screens on my phone because we're doing TikTok, YouTube, and the camera's over here. So I will try and figure this out over the next few weeks, this new setup. Yeah, but Stephanie Vaquer gets the win over JC Jane, obviously on her way now to take on Fallon Henley for the NXT North American Championship, which I'm all for. You know, at the end of Vengeance Day, give me Giulia and Stephanie Vaquer as the two NXT Women's Champions, and I'll be a very, very happy man. After that, we got Lexis King, and he was out doing a promo. Lexis King, a lot of history with him on this channel, me talking about him. I'm not a fan. I just don't get it, right? The face, I find his facial hair really aggravating. And I know we're supposed to naturally like him because he's the son of a legend. But yeah, it's not computing for me. It doesn't drag me in. But he was out redefining really the Heritage Cup, and he removed all the traditional Heritage Cup rules. So it's not rounds anymore. It's not 2 out of 3 falls anymore. It's going to be 1 fall to a finish, just like any other championship. No time limits. And I quite like this because even though I'm British and I'm supposed to enjoy the British heritage, and that's what the Heritage Cup was for. NXT UK rounds, traditional. It doesn't work for TV. I don't enjoy these matches, so I'm glad they've done that. Then, and you'll be glad I've got this in my notes. Fandango's music hit, and now JDC is what he's calling himself from TNA's The System. He came out to challenge Lexis King for the Heritage Cup next week on NXT. Really exciting. The crowd went wild for Fandango's music, if I'm quite honest. And it was really nice to see him back. A surprise that I wasn't expecting, hence surprise, but something that I wasn't expecting, but really enjoyed. So, yeah, Lexis King, Fandango, really, really good. What else going on? Ridge Holland and Stax, or Channing Lorenzo, but Stax is what he goes by. Ridge Holland is another one that I just don't get. I'm not enjoying Ridge Holland. I don't think he's very entertaining. Genuinely, I put him up there with Lexis King actually, and Tony D'Angelo and the rest of that crew were out with Stax. And Ridge Holland, obviously, on his way to challenge Tony D'Angelo for the Men's North American Championship. But they all failed in what they were doing. Ridge Holland hit the Redeemer and got the victory there, dropping Stax on his head for the win. So Ridge Holland, big victory there. Will he get the championship match at Vengeance Day? Not sure. Will he get the championship soon after that? Absolutely. You definitely get one in the short term. And will he go over? Will they put Ridge Holland over for the North American Championship? Unfortunately, yes, I can see that happening. And that upsets me slightly because I'm not a big fan. But if that's the way they want to go, I have enjoyed Tony D'Angelo in this role as the champion, and I would like to see it continue. After that, we got tag action, Zarya and Sol Rucker. Sol Rucker, best finisher in wrestling, prove me wrong. And they defeated Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. And odd couple, Zarya and Sol Rucker, but it really worked for me. Zarya's F5 and then Sol Rucker's Soul Snatcher is what she calls it. That best finisher in wrestling. Go and find it on TikTok or YouTube or whatever straight after this. Get yourself a watch of the Soul Snatcher if you haven't already seen it, because it's phenomenal. And they got the win. Short but entertaining match there. The tag match, really good. Enjoyed it. And that moves us on swiftly to what I'm probably going to call the Women's Championship Summit. So Giulia, Bayley, Roxanne all engaging in a bit of a tense war of words, mainly Bayley and Roxanne here. But Charlotte made a return to NXT, teasing that possible NXT title match. I can't see it this time. I don't think we're going to drop down and have an NXT WrestleMania championship match with one of the winners of the Rumble. I just don't see it. I still think we're pretty much set on Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. But I am enjoying this whole Giulia, Bayley, Roxanne, Cora Jade sort of foursome. Foursome doesn't sound right. That's going on in NXT, and Charlotte Flair being there was just a nice pop. So what was interesting is what followed that, which was Cora Jade attacking specifically Bayley and Giulia with a kendo stick. And that led to Bayley then going to the NXT GM Ava and requesting a match at some point with Cora Jade. So Cora Jade versus Bayley, I'm all about that. I'm really enjoying this mini run of Bayley in NXT. Apologies. Genuinely enjoying Bayley's run in NXT this time, and it's only going to be short-lived, but Bayley's just absolutely fabulous. After that, we got Carmen Petrovic versus Kalani Jordan. This one was a bit interesting. I enjoyed the match. I hated the finish. So Jordan snapped. She got the win with a submission. The other one. Help me out here. What was her name? Apologies. Let me just find that out. I've wrote it in my notes somewhere, but I've lost it. It was Jada Parker. Yeah, that's right. So Jada Parker had come down to ringside, got on commentary, and had distracted Kalani Jordan. These two have got something going on, and I've had for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks now. And really wound Kalani Jordan up to the point where she snapped post-match. So she hooked her in sort of a sleeper type submission, a bit like what Samoa Joe does, the kicking clutch or the Tasmanian, or that style of finish wrapped round for the tap out. Carmen tapped out, and then after the match, snapped, put it back on again, and then the referee reversed the decision and gave Carmen the win. Really confusing, not worth doing. They should have kept the finish as it was. It didn't add anything to the story. It just confused. I always say if you confuse them, you lose them. I stole that from Jeff Jarrett, and that's what I think happened there. So Carmen Petrovic and Kalani Jordan, bit of a dud for me. The match was good, but the finish ruined it. And following that, we got the big tag match of the night, which was A-Town Down Under versus Oba Femi and Trick Williams. And this was all about, can Oba and Trick coexist? And the answer, quite simply, is nah, no chance, can they? Not happening. Not interested in each other. I would dare say they hate each other, actually, or at least it's getting that way. Especially Trick tags himself in towards the finish on Oba Femi, and Oba Femi looks absolutely livid. I absolutely love Oba Femi and Trick Williams, by the way. I was really disappointed one of them wasn't in the Rumble. And I think the match was good, solid. A-Town Down Under, for me, potentially stole the show. Maybe, definitely. Yeah, I think they did, to be fair. But as I say, Femi and Williams argued throughout the match, and eventually the match finished with Eddie Thorpe getting involved, interfering, whacking Trick Williams in the back with a strap, which led to Grayson Waller rolling in for what I think is his finish, and getting the win after, some argument from Oba Femi, Trick Williams, and Austin Theory taking Oba Femi out of the ring with a Hurricane Runner style move. After the match then, Eddie Thorpe puts the beat down on Trick with the strap, probably leading to a strap match that we're going to get between Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams, which is, fine. I'm totally okay with that. Hopefully at Vengeance Day. But they tend to only have 5 matches on these cards, and we're already talking about maybe 5, 6, 7 matches based on this. If we think about Ridge versus Tony D'Angelo, if we think about Kalani Jordan and I've said it once, Jada Parker. I don't know why her name won't stick in. And then, Trick Williams and Eddie Thorpe. There's quite a lot of matches to add into the card there. So I'm not sure how they will fit it all in. Maybe some of those will happen on NXT in a few weeks. Maybe some of them will wait a bit further down the line to the next PLE. The stories can keep going as long as we want them to. But yeah, that was the show for me. And I think, following that last match, there was like a quick segment. And there's a lot of talk, actually. I was having a look through, God help me, I was having a look through Reddit, and everyone was like, the Wyatt 6 are going to be at Vengeance Day. It's definitely not the Wyatt 6, guys, and it's not Retribution either. I'm not sure who the group is, but I think it'll be something new. I think they're debuting something new as opposed to going back to something that's already worked. So, I mean, I'm okay with that. New is good. New is always better. So all in all, excited for Vengeance Day, 10 days away. Biggest moments from this show, we got Charlotte Flair returning to NXT, absolutely. Fandango or JDC surprising the crowd. That was really, really, really good. And then the Oba Femi Trick Williams rivalry escalating. That story is really good. And I can't wait to get sort of Vengeance Day out of the way so we can get to Oba Femi versus Trick Williams probably around WrestleMania time. Really looking forward to that. I think it'll be absolutely smashing. Biggest letdowns, if I had to give, I think the finish of the Kalani Jordan Carmen Petrovic match, it fell flat for me. And probably my second letdown of this show specifically was Lexis King's promo before Fandango came out, because he just doesn't do it for me. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Lexis King at all. His promo, just didn't do it for me. I don't think he did it for the crowd either, if I'm totally honest, just from watching their reaction. So what have we got so far for Vengeance Day? Well, what have we got confirmed? Confirmed, we've got Oba Femi, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, triple threat match for the NXT Championship. We've got the NXT Women's Championship confirmed, Giulia versus Bayley versus Roxanne, potentially Cora Jade to be added into there as well. And then the third match confirmed that is definitely happening is the NXT Women's North American Championship, which is Fallon Henley versus Stephanie Vaquer. And I must say, I'm absolutely here for it, 100%. And I think that's all I've got for NXT this week, unless there are any comments, things you want to talk about. We can keep going as long as possible, I think, or as long as you want. Let's just see if there's anything else going on here. Lots and lots to talk about Booker T being an excellent commentator, and I agree. I think he's been phenomenal on NXT, if I'm honest. Honkmaster on Reddit says the end was a hell of a start to Black History Month, and now forever. I suppose that was Trick getting hit by the strap. I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure they didn't mean anything like that by it. Okay, cool. No further comments. So I think what we'll do is I'll leave you to it with that. So another red hot episode of The Burning Truth in the books. NXT threw a massive wrench into Vengeance Day, didn't he? I can't wait to see how it all plays out. But from now, I want to hear from you in the comments below on YouTube, The Burning Truth 251, or just comment one of the videos on the TikTok. The same, Burning Truth 251. Does Charlotte Flair belong back in NXT? Can Trick Williams and Oba Femi actually coexist? What do you think of Fandango's shocking return? And listen up, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you love wrestling and you want to help our channel grow, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications and spread the word. Let's start building this community together. As always, stay hyped, stay wrestling. And YouTube, I'll see you on the next episode of The Burning Truth Live.